Why are we here today? 1,500 hours teaching at PalFish. I celebrated my 2-year anniversary in December, and I didn't really get a chance to celebrate. So now I'm up to 1,500 teaching hours. And also I wanted to thank my YouTube subscribers because now I'm at 750 subscribers. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. And when you hear me in my video say, if you've liked this video, click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment or share it with a friend. These are all ways that you can tell me that I'm doing a good job and the content is helpful, and we're getting some numbers up on the TV to show you. So thank you always for watching the videos, and always leave a comment if you have an idea for something that you would like to see. I don't know if you saw recently, one of my videos was actually a viewer request. So with PalFish, we generally, when we start, we teach trials. So trials are students taking a trial with PalFish. So they aren't yet an official student. And PalFish provide a trial for the students, and teachers who are new might not have any students yet, so they give the new teachers trials. Occasionally the older teachers, teachers that have been there for a while, also receive trials, but it does give teachers a chance to meet new students. And sometimes if they purchase a package, so that would be a group of classes that they can take, sometimes that student will actually choose that teacher as their official teacher. And so that gives you a bonus. You get some bonus points once they purchase the package after your trial. And also, it could become a regular student, which is the main goal here on PalFish, is to have regular students at regular set times, and then you have a regular income. So let me know in the chat if you are currently with PalFish, say yes, or if you're going to be, so say future, you can type in there, future PalFish teacher. And if you're watching the replay, I do look at the comments, so please leave a message as well. So thank you for taking the time to visit with me today to celebrate some achievements with me. So I did want to share some numbers because new PalFish teachers wonder, well, what's it like? How do you make things work? So if you think of, I like to use this analogy, a coffee shop. If you had your own coffee shop or any other business that you like to imagine, and you were based in maybe a shopping mall or a strip mall. Okay, is it the strip mall or the shopping mall's job to send you customers? No. So you purchase a space to be in, and they are going to have foot traffic going by, of course. Now with PalFish, if you think of your classroom as your own shop, your own online classroom, and think of PalFish as the shopping mall, they have that foot traffic there for you. And people say, well, I don't have any students. Where are the students? They just haven't found you yet. So how do you find the students? You need to be where the students are when the students are there. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense. So where are some of the places that you can be? So with PalFish, we teach our classes on the PalFish Teacher app. So this can be on a phone or a tablet. It's not on a laptop. But this gives you the opportunity to either use Wi-Fi or your cell data. So this is perfect for traveling teachers. We do quite a bit of traveling. This is actually our fifth wheel trailer. Sometimes we take it with us traveling, and sometimes we go without it and it stays where it's based. So if ever you're somewhere that doesn't have Wi-Fi, but you have cell data on your phone, you can actually teach your classes straight on your phone, which is fantastic. Or if you have a hotspot, you can hotspot that over to a tablet if you wanted to use a bigger screen. So I wanted to give you some ideas of where you can go. So on the Teacher app, similar to Facebook and Instagram, you can post. So you can post something on your profile, which becomes like your wall. And so just today I've posted a celebration video to share with the students and say thank you for achieving 1,500 hours, because without them, I wouldn't have achieved it. And that's why I'm here to say thank you to my YouTube subscribers, because without you, I wouldn't be here having 750 subscribers. So thank you for those that are with us live. But if you're here on the replay, let me know. Have you subscribed? Would you like to? It doesn't cost you anything. Click the bell to be notified of the next time I either go live or I post new videos to help you with your online teaching. Sometimes I do post things that are not specifically PalFish related, but a lot of online teachers would like to know some tech tips. So I also post those types of things as well. So you can post free material or educational material for students to learn what it would be like in your classroom. So there's 3 ways you can do that. You can do video, voice, or a picture moment. They're called moments on PalFish. And I always suggest my #1 favorite is a video, because students can see you in your classroom. So this is one of the ways that I actually found new students. Students found me because of what I posted. I love little insects and stories about animals. So I had posted a video about ladybugs. I like ladybugs. We were staying in the mountains of North Carolina and a ladybug flew in. So I actually put my hand up to the door and it crawled on me and I posted this cute little video. So it turns out that one of the students really likes ladybugs. So he actually messaged his class admin, aka head teachers. So if you Google PalFish, you'll actually see an interview with some of the head teachers. They actually take care of around 200 students. So they're quite busy. They are not our head teachers. We have our own admin in Beijing, but these take care of the students. So the student messaged his head teacher. She messaged me, can we please set up specific set classes, which on PalFish are called fixed appointments. So once that's set up in the PalFish system by the head teacher, these are automatically booked every week for you. You don't have to do anything. If you've set your times to be weekly, which means they automatically drop in, then those classes will automatically drop in. And this is the goal. You want to just wake up knowing exactly what's going to happen today, prepare the day before. So official classes can be booked 24 hours or more in advance. So students can see up to 14 days of your availability. You can see the 3rd week. So you can see up to 21 days, which I have another video, which I'll link up here in the cards, that if you're about to have a time change and you might want to change your availability, whether it be less or more, depending on when you watch this video, you can actually do that ahead in your schedule. For that 3rd week, you can make changes there before any bookings drop in, and then there's no cancellations involved. So thank you for listening. Is it all right? Okay, so stuff is on the TV. Okay, great, thank you. So something's going on. So you also need to be aware when you're teaching online, there are some things that you need to take care of. And one of those things are your eyes. Something is crazily going on with my eyes today. So no, I'm not crying from happiness. Well, I am. I'm crying inside from happiness. So thank you for joining me today, even though my eyes are going crazy. So with lights, you need to have good lighting. Some people ask, well, how can I make my classes better? Well, one of the things, there are many, but one of the things is to actually have good lighting. So if you're in a place where you'd be teaching during the day, in the daylight, you might want to position yourself in front of a window, which you want me to do this? Okay, I don't know that you can see that very well. It's too bright. So what you could do is position yourself in front of a window. But if you're like me and you wake up and it's still dark, I'm in North America right now, so my classes are early in the morning. So I actually use, I'm going to flip this one around for you, and I have this in one of my Instagram stories. Woo! Okay, so this is actually a, what do you call it? Oh, here we go. A selfie light, which is attached to a clip for either your phone, or you can also get those for tablets. When I started teaching with PalFish, I did start literally on my phone, and you might think, well, isn't that like really small? And yeah, it was, but I had been teaching for another company previously, and I already was used to teaching on a phone, so I just was teaching on my phone. and it was fun. I could read it. I could draw on it. But the turning point for me was when one of my students was like, and he wrote really fast on his screen. And I thought, that's it. I need to look for an iPad. I knew PalFish was something that I wanted to do. It was working out well. I didn't do it straight away. I didn't invest a lot straight away until I knew it was going to be an ongoing thing. So that is something to keep in mind too. Start with what you've got. That's fine. Just start with what you've got and move on from there. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you. My tech guy is helping. So start with what you have. I have an Instagram reel about that. What do you need? Start with what you have. If your kids have props, I think I started to pack everything away. So here we go. So I've had Tigger forever. So if you're a parent or you have little ones in your life, borrow some of their toys. Start with what you have and work your way up from there. So this is just a background from Dollar Tree. It's a $1 tablecloth. It works fine because we travel. Oh, okay. Remind me at the end. I want to show you something really exciting. I have so many things I want to share with you today. So thank you again for being with me today. So I'll get back to my point about moments. Moments can be posted in the teacher app, but also in the kids reading app. Now, there are two on the internet. It's not the one that is mainly in English. This is their international reading app, which students from anywhere around the world can download and read books. It's not that one. You'll probably need to look up or ask for a link, which if you go to my YouTube video about the reading app, I have the links there to download the correct reading app that we can connect with students. PalFish don't need to give that to us, but they give us this as another free marketing tool to connect with the students and be able to share some of our things and see what they are sharing. So they can go there to read books. They can post videos of themselves practicing their English. So PalFish have given us the opportunity to do this as well for free. For free, right? Free marketing tools. Where can you go today and get free marketing tools? There's not a lot of places. So if you're an online teacher and you were trying to build up your own platform of classes and students, think of the work that's involved. And some people are doing that and they are successful at it, and that's excellent. If you're brand new and you're thinking, I might want to be an online teacher, what is it like? Please go and look at my website, teacherkristy.com, and I have quite a lot of resources there for you. Thank you, Cynthia. I have quite a lot of resources for you to see what it's like so you can make an educated decision. What do you need? No degree, no laptop. So even if you just have a smartphone, it's recommended to be 2 years old or newer. After that, apps get out of date and phones become too old. Phones become out of date. The apps keep updating. You don't need a degree. You do need a TESOL, however you pronounce that, or a TEFL. So I have a link on my website also, teacherkristy.com, and there's a $19 link for an accredited course all day, every day. When you click on it, it will give you the discount when you get to the cart. Someone messaged me. It still says $119. It's okay. It will be applied when you get to the cart. And this will help you. Most people, if you're pretty studious, you can get in there and get it done within 10 hours, sometimes less. Maybe it'll take you a little bit longer depending on your schedule, but I did mine in around 10 hours, and one of my recent hires, she also did it in 10 hours. Good on you, Chelsea. Well done. She's already done her interview. So that's fantastic. So you can get started and see what it's like, and before you invest money in it, test it out. See if you like it, see if you are what PalFish are looking for, and learn. I watched so many videos in the beginning to learn what PalFish are looking for and how you can improve if you're not quite there yet. So PalFish are always improving on their training for new teachers. I wanted to go through some of my achievements. Thank you for being with me today. It's so exciting. So 1,500 hours has taken me a little bit over 2 years. I don't work 7 days. Some people probably achieve 1,000 or 1,500 hours a lot faster than me, and that's fine. Everyone has their own their own schedule and their own circumstances. I'm a mum, so I don't do this. I don't consider this full-time. I did recently cut back even from Monday to Friday to just Monday to Thursday. So I'm pretty chuffed that I've achieved 1,500 hours, even though I've cut back my hours recently. So it was 2 years in December. I actually did my interview on November 30, 2018. Goes so fast. 750 subscribers yesterday, I noticed. Thank you again so much for all of your support here on YouTube. And I noticed other teachers that were new on PalFish were struggling. So I decided to just reach out to some random people, and I hope that they thought it was helpful. I know they do, because I actually made my own group on PalFish last year, maybe a year ago almost. I made my own group on PalFish called the Encouragement Group. So that's my special teachers that I reached out to personally and maybe gave them a tip or two on what they could do to improve on what I saw that maybe they weren't doing the way maybe it could be have done the best. That didn't come out right. Been awake since 4:30. So, and by the way, if you're not an early bird, you become an early bird. So depending where you live, if I was in Australia, I'd be teaching in the evening. If I was in Europe, I might be teaching through the day. Right now I'm in North America, so I'm teaching in the mornings. So we teach classes to students after they come home from school in the evenings, but some of them take classes anytime during the day. So depending where you are in the world, you might be able to open different availability that might work for you. So I started an encouragement group to keep everybody together. I could share training and tips together in a group. And then I decided, well, PalFish chats are awesome. They're a hive of activity, but it's really difficult. You can't search. There's no search bar. You have to scroll back, and you're like, where was that thing? When was it? Who was it? So I decided to make my own Facebook group. So if you're interested, if you're a PalFish teacher and you're not yet a part of my Facebook group, teacherkristy.com/Facebook, and that will get you into the group. Let me know your teacher name so I can find you on the app too. So I did make this Facebook group because, have you noticed in a Facebook group, there's a search bar. So you can type in a keyword and find something. So I try really hard to put the most up-to-date information in there, and resources that you really want to find in a hurry, cancellations and things like that. 1 year anniversary, Amanda. Congratulations. Well done. I'll get back to your message shortly. So the Facebook group can be a place that if you're already a PalFish teacher, you might want to join, and I do share training in there as well. So also one of my achievements was, so I'd already made up my own group, my encouragement group, and then I was contacted by my admin, and they said, we need a new mentor. Are you interested? I'm like, well, I'm already doing it in my own little group, so that would be nice to have an official hat and a little thank you money to actually do that. And what I now do, so thank you PalFish for trusting me with the new teachers. So now when new teachers are hired, there's 4 mentors and we take turns. And once you've passed your interview and your quiz and you're official, you're added into a group that is taken care of by one mentor. And you also have a training group, your boot camp group, and then you're in a third group, which is your admin group. So as an official mentor, I coach teachers in their beginning stages. So a lot of my information is already here on YouTube and in my Facebook group, but now I support teachers in a more official way on the app as well. So that was really exciting to be offered that position, and I really enjoy it because I love helping. I love helping. So I've really, that's just made my heart full of joy, and I've really enjoyed doing that, and it's a lot of work. So thank you for all of you that are patient with me. Sometimes there's a lot of messages to go back through. So that was another achievement that I wanted to share with you. And also, if ever you wanted to say thank you in a small way, if you want to treat me a cup of coffee, or I'd probably go and get a milkshake. Bit of a milkshake girl myself. You can go to my website, teacherkristy.com, and there's a little button there that says donate. Takes you to the coffee website, ko-fi/Teacher Kristy. And if you wanted to say thank you, I always appreciate everyone that says thank you. sometimes in a monetary way. Sometimes people just send me a message and say thank you, and that just makes me feel so happy too. So thank you, because it does take time. We're all busy, right? So I'm a mum. People have families, have jobs. Some people do this in the morning or the evening and still have a full-time job. So it's very flexible and can be worked into different things as well. So I had a few achievements that I wanted to give you an idea of. If you're a new PalFish teacher, maybe you wanted to have an idea of, you know, classes and how it goes, how quickly you'll get classes. So in the beginning, you will receive a lot of trials. So trials are free to the student. You get paid. Sometimes, because it's free, if you were given something for free, you know, you might not treat it as nicely as if it was something that you paid for. So yes, sometimes they cancel. Sometimes you're sitting there, no show. Sometimes they no show. You still are paid. You're still compensated. If it's cancelled within 3 hours, you're given a compensation payment. And if you are waiting in a no-show and they never show up, you can leave when you receive a pop-up at 15 minutes and you receive half pay for that. But what's cool is once you get official kids, official regular students, and they don't show, you can actually sit there for the whole 25 minutes and read a book. You're not required to teach. Read a book or catch up on Kristy's YouTube or Instagram, and you can actually be paid to sit there for 25 minutes, and then you're free to leave. And that it actually repeats the class for them. So they don't miss out. They will catch up with you later. So that doesn't happen a whole lot. I haven't seen it a lot. Recently, some of the students have started going back to school after COVID. Some of the schools are opening. So there have been a few changes in scheduling. Some of the kids have reduced classes, changed times, or are actually taking a break while they settle back into school life. So that's something to think of too. So I wrote down some of my dates. So I did my interview November 2018. So by the end of December, so in the beginning, you'll receive a lot of trials. PalFish do give you an initial boost of 48 hours after you complete your training. There's more details of that when you're in there. I can help you with that. And so by the end of December, I'd actually earned $200. It might not seem a lot. Now, I was actually working at another company at the time. PalFish for me was just going to be like a side gig to fill in some gaps. But in the end, I actually really liked it. So I kind of shifted most of my time here. It took me an entire year, but then I did end up fully coming over to PalFish, and I didn't continue with the other company, which works out well because they just closed down. So you don't need to ask me about that other place because it's no longer around. So on April 15th, now I will say that it did then go a little bit dry. It was a little bit sporadic in January and February, and then February is the Chinese New Year. So if you don't have regulars, you pretty much have nothing. But what can you do? And I'll link it up here in the cards. I did a video recently about what can you do over the Chinese New Year or while students are on holidays. You can actually do this other free way of sharing with students. So we have moments. They're good. These other ones are called live classes or live stream classes. I also have YouTube tutorials on how to do that, how to set it up, and then you actually see me do one. So these are free classes you can give to the students. You can talk about anything. I baked in my kitchen. I showed the garden outside and talked about the flowers and the animals. I did read a book that got a little bit old. I sang a song. I talked about Australian animals. You're welcome to go back through and have a look. And I have put a few of my replays on YouTube to have a look. No, Cynthia, I am not in Hong Kong. Nope, it's a sunny day. I'm here in North America. So this gives you an idea. See, that's why I don't read the chats, because I lose my train of thought. Sorry, Cynthia, I'll come back to you. So live stream classes are an excellent way to meet new students. So this is what I did over that Chinese New Year period when I didn't have classes. I didn't have regular students. But what I decided to do was try out this FreeTalk. So on PalFish, there is official classes and what's known as FreeTalk. FreeTalk. So it's not for free monetarily. It's free in that it's not a set curriculum. You can provide your own curriculum. You can make up your own classes that students can purchase, or you can just, talk on the phone, have a conversation. A lot of the adults I spoke with later in the evening Beijing time just wanted to chat and practice their English. Some wanted to be on camera. You can have your video on or off. And I really enjoyed that. So what I did was I decided to focus on FreeTalk students, and I actually started doing a series about travel because I was traveling. So it was perfect. So I did 3 in a row, like a 3-part series, and I got quite a few FreeTalk bookings from that. Now, people say, well, why do I want to try FreeTalk? Someone just asked this yesterday. So for me, I didn't have any classes. So was I just going to sit around and wait? Well, you could, but that's not being proactive. You need to go where the students are. So I did these FreeTalk classes, the live classes, to invite FreeTalk students to book classes with me, and I did. I got quite a few bookings and some regulars that would book each week or a couple of times a week. And why did I do this? So I didn't do it for earning money, and I have another YouTube video about that. I will link that here. All the links that I talk about, they're going to be in the description. Let's do that, because I think I'm going to run out of places to put things. I have so much information for you. I hope that helps. So I did FreeTalk classes for the purposes of increasing my hours with PalFish, showing stability on the platform, and meeting new students. So maybe in the beginning, it might not be monetarily lucrative, but also with those live classes that I spoke of, other people can watch that, not just students and parents, and even those class admins that I spoke of that take care of 200 students. So when I said so there's 2 ways you can reach students. So the moments, which you can do on the Teacher app or the Reading app, they are 2 separate places where students are. And then the live stream classes can also be watched by those class admins. So recently I've changed my wording, and I've been suggesting to people, think of a live stream class as your interview. So it's just you on camera. Students can type in the chat box. But imagine if a class admin or head teacher wanted to pop in and see your live, or even the replay, because they're kept there on replay. How would they see you in those first 2 or 3 minutes? They might not have time to watch your entire 15, 30, or an hour live. So start strong. And I suggest to people, imagine you're a TV host on a kids show. If you're targeting kids, if you're looking for students in the official kids course, and this is what you'd want to focus on, is starting with a bang, just like it's the beginning of a class. Hi, I'm Kristy. It's nice to meet you. You can ask, how are you? Some students are very reluctant to type in the chat box because they're still learning and they're really nervous to make a mistake. So I make it really easy. Yes, no. Do you like dogs or cats, and things like that? So I make it like an either or question, or something really simple to invite students to reply. So that's a little bit of an idea, but I have more videos that you can look at about that. So these lives helped me to start increasing my hours, and I looked up by April 15, I had hit 50 hours. Then by July 5th, 2019, I had hit 200 hours. Now, I'll give you a little breakdown in the middle there. From April to July, this is when I started moving more of my time over. I did start receiving requests from students and head teachers. So that one little boy that found me that liked ladybugs, his head teacher then sent me about 5 other students. So that was like the beginning of the snowball. So this was in April. It was in April 2018 when I received that first official student. I did sell a couple of packages earlier on, but the students don't have to choose you as their regular teacher. So I did sell some packages, or they bought packages after they took my trial class, but they didn't end up being my student. So this was my first regular, And then it snowballed from there. Then some of those students referred me to their school friends or their relatives, and also the parents. Some referred me to their work colleagues. So by April 15, I had started opening more regular weekly hours. So I've recently been in my training. I do weekly training. Thank you. Sleep well, Cynthia. So the head teachers send students your way if they like your teaching style. And one of the ways that they can see your teaching style is on those live stream classes. So I started receiving more students, and I was opening those weekly set time slots. So recently in one of my trainings, I spoke of choose your office hours. So you need to decide, what hours do I want to work on what days? When am I available? How much time can I spend? And when you can choose those hours, that really helps you attract regulars, because you've got a regular set schedule. So prior to that, I was really sporadic and I was all over the place. And I remember asking my mentor, why aren't I getting any classes? Why don't I have any students? And he said to me, well, what does your schedule look like? I'm like, well, it's a little bit here and a little bit there. So the students really want set times. They want to know they can depend on you at a set time every week. So that's another tip. So regular weekly times. Work out your office hours. If you don't have classes in those hours yet, that's when you're working on your video moments or your live stream classes. That's what you need to be doing, because you're at work. Just like if you had your own coffee shop, you wouldn't just go home if nobody walked into your coffee shop. You'd still be in your coffee shop during your business hours, making cakes, giving free samples. You'd still be there, right? So let me know if that's resonating with you. Type in the chat box. Yes to the coffee shop. Or another analogy. What's your idea of another analogy? So July 5, I got up to 200 hours. Then there's another one in the middle there. I wanted to find that one to show you, where I got up to. If you want to have a look at these, I'm finding them on my Instagram. So it's PalFish Teacher Kristy, Kristy, if you need to know how to spell that. So there we go, 500 hours there. So that was in November. So November, like I said, I had started opening more regular weekly hours. So that was in November, and that was 500 hours. And then by March the following year, so March 2020, I got up to 750 hours, and it snowballed from there. I won't bore you with all the details, but if you'd like another video about that, please leave a comment, whether you're live now or watching the replay. Would you like to know statistics? Please. Specifics, please, if that's what you're after. And I'd love to do a video about that if you'd like me to. So that was a little bit of a rundown on life at PalFish. In the beginning, it can be slow. You might start off with a bang and then it peters off, but you've got to keep working at it. Work out what the students want to see. If you're good at drawing or crafting, do little videos about those things, and you can post them on the reading app. Lots of kids go crazy for those things. And when you decide to do a live stream class for students, think about what's really simple for them at home that they can do with paper and markers. What can they do? Or I saw another teacher doing origami. So cool. So think of things that they can do at home just to get to know you. And if you want to show off your family, you can do that too. And yeah, these are some ideas of what you can do. You're welcome to go back through my profile, Teacher Kristy W, on the PalFish app. So I hope that's been a little bit helpful for you, to give you some ideas, and thank you for sharing my celebration day with me. I've gone around 30 minutes, so I could talk underwater forever, because I have so much up here I want to share with you, and that's why I started my Facebook group. And also now I'm a mentor on PalFish. If you'd like to join my chat, comment, query group, you can actually go to my profile, scroll down under the write-ups from students, and there's a thing there called groups. You can click on there and ask to join my group, and I'd love to have you and share what I know. I like to share what I know because I was floundering in the beginning. I watched so many videos. I say to people, listen while you're cooking, while you're driving, while you're folding the laundry, while you're jogging. One of the girls that was doing her interview was listening to the interview video while she was jogging and practicing that way. So you're welcome to send me a message. The best way to say thank you, if you do want to start with PalFish, is to use my link to sign up and type in my code. My referral code sends a message to me so I know that you've started. I can give you my personalised service. Yes, I do actually speak to people. And you also get my free resources to prepare for your interview. And yes, I do get a little thank you from PalFish. It's not a lot. Other places might pay more, but I've put a lot of work into my own resources on my website for my referrals. Not everybody gets to see it, so everyone has given feedback that that's been really helpful to help them navigate the waters, the ocean that is PalFish, and I hope this has been helpful. So please leave a comment, say thank you if you've learned something new, type in the box what you thought was helpful, and if you have an idea of something that you'd like to learn in the future, please let me know. Give Google and YouTube those awesome signals that I've done a good job and you'd like to hear from me some more, and forward this to a friend who you think it might help. So I really appreciate your time and thank you for celebrating with me. 1,500 hours at PalFish and 750 subscribers. Thank you so much. This is what I like to do to celebrate even with my students. Are you ready? Woohoo! Woohoo! I always celebrate with the students at the end of their unit. They have a test, and we always do that every class. I had 2 yesterday. It was so fun. So thank you for your time, and I will see you next time. Have an awesome day, and if you can, get outside, get some fresh air, and spend some time at the beach or with your family. I'll see you next time. Thank you.